There are mysteries in this world, truths so powerful that only a few are meant to understand them. And among these, there are secrets that God's chosen ones should never reveal. Think about it. There are things even you keep locked away, thoughts and plans you wouldn't share with just anyone. There is immense power in silence, yet this power often goes unnoticed. Silence is not merely an absence of words, it is a shield, a strategy, a force that guards your destiny. By choosing silence, you become an enigma, less predictable, less vulnerable, and far more powerful than you realize. Not everything is meant to be spoken. In today's revealing message, I will share with you 5 crucial things that God's chosen ones should never discuss publicly. Some matters are meant to be kept between you and the Lord alone. Stay with me until the end to uncover these divine revelations, truths that will protect your journey and empower your spiritual growth. 1. Your future plans and dreams. The power of hidden growth. Your dreams and future plans are among the most sacred gifts God has given you, and they must be protected, nurtured, and guarded with wisdom. The enemy does not have full access to your destiny. He cannot see the future as God does. Instead, he operates through assumptions, gathering information based on what you reveal. The more details you carelessly share, the more opportunities you give him to interfere, delay, or even derail God's plan for your life. Proverbs 29:11 reminds us that a fool gives full vent to his spirit, but a wise person holds back. It is not about secrecy for secrecy's sake, but about understanding the importance of divine timing and discretion. Consider Mary, the mother of Jesus. She was given one of the most profound revelations in human history, that she would bear the Son of God. Yet, she did not go about broadcasting this news to everyone she met. Instead, she pondered these things in her heart, Luke 2:19, waiting for the appointed time. This is a powerful lesson. Not everything God shows you is meant for immediate exposure. Some visions are like seeds planted in the soil. They require time to take root, grow, and strengthen before they are ready to bear fruit. If exposed too soon, they may not survive skepticism, criticism, or spiritual attack. Many dreams fail, not because they lack divine origin, but because they are revealed prematurely. Announcing your plans too early can invite doubt, discouragement, and even opposition from those who do not share your vision. Some may belittle your aspirations, question your abilities, or attempt to steer you away from your purpose. Others, driven by envy, may actively work against you. Even well-meaning people can unintentionally sow seeds of fear and hesitation in your heart, causing you to second-guess what God has placed within you. The Bible provides numerous examples of this. Joseph, the dreamer, learned this lesson the hard way. When he eagerly shared his God-given dreams with his brothers, their jealousy led them to betray him, selling him into slavery, Genesis 37. Though God ultimately fulfilled his promise in Joseph's life, his premature revelation brought unnecessary hardship along the way. The wise move in silence, allowing their progress to speak for itself. Instead of seeking public validation, surrender your plans to God in prayer. Seek counsel only from a trusted circle, those who are spiritually mature, discerning, and genuinely supportive. Allow your dreams to mature in the secret place, where they are safe from harm. When the time is right, God himself will bring them into the light. Just as a tree does not announce its growth, but eventually bears fruit for all to see, your success will become evident in due time. Until then, walk in patience, wisdom, and faith, knowing that what God has started in you, he will surely bring to completion. Philippians 1:6. 2. Your family matters, guarding the sacred circle. Your family is one of the most precious gifts God has given you, and it deserves to be protected, honored, and guarded with wisdom. Yet, many people make the mistake of exposing their family's private struggles to the world, unknowingly opening doors for unnecessary judgment, gossip, and even division. Whether it's marital disputes, financial difficulties, conflicts with children, or personal struggles, not everything should be shared with outsiders. In today's world, where people impulsively vent their frustrations on social media or confide in acquaintances who do not have their best interests at heart, many unknowingly weaken the foundation of their own households. The Bible teaches us in Proverbs 17:9, "Whoever would foster love covers an offense, but whoever repeats the matter separates close friends." This means that true wisdom lies in protecting your family's dignity rather than exposing its weaknesses. One of the greatest dangers of oversharing family matters is that most people you confide in have their own struggles, but they do not share them with you. They keep their issues private while you openly discuss yours, making your family vulnerable to scrutiny and criticism. Moreover, when you expose the flaws of your loved ones in moments of frustration, you shape how others perceive them, and those impressions are often difficult to erase. A moment of anger can lead to lasting damage in the eyes of relatives, friends, and even the public. What's worse, those who do not have your family's best interests at heart may use your words against you, twisting your vulnerabilities into weapons. Instead of strengthening your household, oversharing can invite more problems and drive deeper wedges between family members. Consider how Mary and Joseph handled their own challenges. When Joseph first learned of Mary's pregnancy, he had every reason to feel confused and betrayed, yet he did not publicly disgrace her, Matthew 1:19. He chose discretion, and because of his wisdom, God provided divine clarity and guidance. Imagine if Mary had gone around venting about Joseph's initial doubts. How much damage would that have caused to their relationship and to God's divine plan? Instead, they resolved their matters privately, trusting in God's direction. This is a powerful lesson for us today. Some issues are meant to be handled within the sacred circle of family. Rather than exposing family struggles to the wrong people, seek wise counsel from spiritually mature mentors or counselors who uphold confidentiality and can provide godly wisdom. Not everyone who listens to your problems truly cares, and not every piece of advice is rooted in biblical truth. 1 Peter 4:8 reminds us, "Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins." Love does not mean ignoring problems, but it does mean handling them with grace, patience, and wisdom rather than reckless exposure. By choosing discretion over public drama, you create a home that is a sanctuary of trust, healing, and restoration. Your family is your sacred circle. Protect it fiercely and trust that God, who sees all things, will guide you through every challenge with his divine wisdom. 3. Your first victories and breakthroughs. Letting success speak for itself. One of the most crucial lessons in life is knowing when to speak and when to remain silent, especially when it comes to your first victories and breakthroughs. It is natural to feel excited when God opens doors, grants a promotion, provides financial blessings, or gives you success in a new venture. The temptation to immediately announce these blessings can be strong, but wisdom teaches us that premature exposure can attract unnecessary opposition. Proverbs 21:5 warns us, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty." This means that while your success is worth celebrating, it must be handled with patience and discretion. Consider the life of David. Before he became king, he had one of the most remarkable victories in history, defeating Goliath. Yet, even after this great triumph, he did not boast about his success or declare himself Israel's next ruler. Instead, he continued to serve humbly, waiting for God's perfect timing. If David had prematurely exalted himself, he might have drawn the wrath of King Saul too soon and jeopardized his future reign. His story teaches us an important lesson. Early victories are fragile, and announcing them too soon can attract envy, sabotage, and spiritual attacks. In the same way, young entrepreneurs, professionals, and dreamers often make the mistake of sharing their breakthroughs too soon. They start a business, and before it's even stable, they boast about their achievements, only to later struggle under unforeseen challenges. Some people announce new relationships before they have been tested, and when problems arise, they are left dealing with public scrutiny. Others receive a financial breakthrough and immediately showcase their wealth, attracting the wrong kind of attention. The Bible provides clear guidance on this in Proverbs 27:2. Let another praise you, and not your own mouth, a stranger, and not your own lips. True success does not need to be broadcasted. It will eventually speak for itself. Additionally, not everyone who listens to your victories is happy for you. Some may pretend to support you, but inwardly, they are envious or even working against you. Joseph, in the book of Genesis, learned this the hard way. When he shared his dreams of greatness with his brothers, instead of celebrating, they became jealous and sold him into slavery. Genesis 37. His destiny was still fulfilled, but his premature revelation led to unnecessary suffering. His story is a clear warning. Sometimes silence is your best protection. When God blesses you, take time to establish your foundation before making public declarations. Let your achievements grow in strength and stability before revealing them. Instead of rushing to seek validation, trust that in the right season, your victories will be undeniable. Success that is built in silence and sustained with wisdom will endure, while success that is flaunted prematurely often crumbles under pressure. Stay humble, stay focused, and let God's hand be the one that lifts you up in due time. 4. Your financial situation. Wealth and wisdom in secrecy money has a way of revealing a person's character, and how you handle your financial situation, whether wealth or lack, can determine the level of peace, security, and wisdom in your life. Many people fall into the trap of openly discussing their earnings, assets, investments, and financial struggles, not realizing that such information can invite unwanted attention, jealousy, manipulation, or even spiritual attacks. In today's social media age, it has become common to flaunt luxury purchases, exotic vacations, or financial milestones for public validation. However, Proverbs 13:11 warns us, "Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it." True financial success is not about displaying riches, it is about stewarding them wisely. One of the greatest dangers of openly discussing your financial situation is that not everyone who listens has good intentions. Some may begin to treat you differently, expecting favors or handouts. Others may develop envy, leading to strained relationships and hidden resentment. Even family members can become opportunistic when they believe you have more than they do. On the other hand, if you frequently talk about your financial struggles, some may judge you, look down on you, or even use that information against you. Your financial state, whether abundant or lacking, is personal, and discretion is key. The Bible teaches us in Proverbs 27:2, "Let another praise you and not your own mouth, a stranger and not your own lips." This applies even in financial matters. Let your lifestyle speak for itself, rather than making unnecessary declarations about your wealth or success. Joseph, in the book of Genesis, was entrusted with great wealth and resources in Egypt, yet he handled them with wisdom and discretion. He did not flaunt his position, but instead he strategically stored grain during years of plenty, ensuring long-term stability. Genesis 41. His financial prudence not only preserved his own future, but also saved an entire nation from famine. Similarly, in modern life, wise individuals understand the importance of modesty and financial privacy. Avoid announcing promotions, business profits, or salary increases unnecessarily. Avoid discussing bank balances, investments, or inheritances, even with close relatives, unless absolutely necessary. When God blesses you financially, focus on responsible stewardship rather than public exhibition. Matthew 6:3 advises, "But when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing." This shows that even in acts of generosity, privacy is valuable. By keeping your financial affairs discreet, you protect yourself from fraud, exploitation, envy, and unnecessary pressure. Focus on using your resources wisely, living within your means, and seeking God's guidance in financial decisions. The wealth that is quietly accumulated, wisely invested, and generously shared in humility will stand the test of time. True prosperity is not about showing the world what you have. It is about honoring God with what He has given you and ensuring it is used for His glory. 5. Your spiritual encounters, the mystery of divine secrets. There are moments in life when God reveals Himself to us in ways that are deeply personal, through visions, dreams, divine encounters, prophecies, and revelations. These experiences are sacred, meant to strengthen our faith, guide us, and prepare us for the journey ahead. However, not every spiritual encounter is meant to be shared publicly. Some are intended for your heart alone, for a season of incubation, reflection, and growth before being revealed, if ever. Matthew 7:6 warns us, "Do not give dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they may trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces." This means that sharing divine encounters with the wrong audience can lead to mockery, misunderstanding, and even spiritual attacks. The Bible provides clear examples of men and women who received divine revelations, but were instructed to keep them secret. In 2 Corinthians 12:4, Paul speaks of being caught up into paradise, where he heard inexpressible things, things that no one is permitted to tell. Likewise, in Revelation 10:4, John was about to write down what the seven thunders spoke, but he was told to seal up what was said and not reveal it. These instances show that some spiritual revelations are not meant for public discussion. They are meant for personal transformation and deeper intimacy with God. Even Mary, the mother of Jesus, demonstrated the wisdom of discretion. When the angel Gabriel told her that she would give birth to the Son of God, she did not run and declare it to the world. Instead, Luke 2:19 tells us that Mary treasured up all these things and pondered them in her heart. She allowed the promise to grow within her, just as she physically carried the Son of God before the fullness of time brought it into the light. This is a powerful lesson. Some revelations require spiritual maturity and divine timing before they can be shared. Speaking too soon may lead to doubt, opposition, or even attempts by the enemy to derail what God has planned. Unfortunately, in today's world, many people seek attention through their spiritual experiences, turning divine encounters into sensational stories for personal recognition rather than genuine testimony. This can lead to misinterpretation, pride, and distraction from the true purpose of the revelation. Instead of treating spiritual encounters as casual conversation, we should honor them with humility and discernment. When God speaks to you, whether through a dream, vision, or personal revelation, seek His guidance before sharing it. Ask Him, "Lord, is this something I should speak about, or is this something I should carry in my heart?" In many cases, God will instruct you to pray over it, meditate on it, and allow it to shape you privately before revealing it to others. Spiritual depth is cultivated in silence, where God refines, strengthens, and prepares you for what is to come. True wisdom is knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. May God grant you the discernment to protect the mysteries He entrusts to you, allowing them to deepen your faith rather than seeking approval from the world. Silence is not weakness, it is wisdom. God's chosen ones understand when to speak and when to remain silent. Your future, your family, your victories, your finances, and your spiritual encounters, these are treasures to guard. Let wisdom be your guide. Let silence be your strength. If you found this message powerful, subscribe, like, and share. May God bless you abundantly as you walk in divine wisdom. Beloved chosen one, what you are about to hear is no accident. You have been divinely led here, drawn by the unseen hand of God, because something miraculous is about to unfold in your life. This message is not just words, it is a divine revelation. Prepare your heart, for God is about to bestow upon you a gift beyond comprehension, a gift that will transform not only your soul, but your body, your mind, and your very existence. You are standing on the precipice of a miraculous shift, an awakening that will renew your youth, energize your spirit, and even grant you the eternal vitality that only God can bestow. This is not just a change in mindset, it is a divine transformation. Yes, this is real, and it is for you. This moment is sacred. It is a calling to embrace the destiny that God has written for you before the foundation of the world. You are stepping into a powerful new chapter, one where long-held dreams begin to manifest, and supernatural blessings pour over you like an unending waterfall. So stay with me until the very end, because deep within your spirit, you already know that this is the message you have been waiting for. It is the final confirmation of what God has been whispering to you all along. Now let us journey together into the extraordinary blessings God has in store for you. When God chooses you, He grants you a gift that defies the very concept of time, a divine blessing that does not fade with age, but renews, restores, and transforms you from within. This is not a fleeting moment of vitality, nor a temporary glimpse of youthfulness. It is an eternal renewal that reaches into the depths of your soul, redefining your very essence. To be chosen by God is to step into a life where restoration is constant, where each day is infused with new strength, and where the burdens of the past no longer hold power over you. This transformation is not simply about appearing younger, it is about radiating an undeniable energy, a vibrance, and a purpose that cannot be overlooked. As this divine renewal takes root within you, something extraordinary begins to happen. Your energy shifts in ways you never imagined. You no longer carry the weight of exhaustion that once slowed your steps. A newfound lightness fills your spirit, and the weariness that once clouded your mind is lifted. Your very presence becomes unmistakable, and the way you move through life changes. Where once you may have felt overlooked, now you find that people are drawn to you, not just by your outward appearance, but by the radiance that exudes from deep within. This is the glow of God's presence working through you, a supernatural force that commands attention and inspires those around you. With each passing day, this transformation becomes more evident. Those who have known you for years will pause, trying to comprehend the difference. They may struggle to put it into words, but they will see it. They will see the undeniable hand of God at work in your life, the toll of time, the marks of struggle, and the scars of hardship that once seemed permanent will begin to fade. The years that once weighed heavily upon you will be reversed, not through human effort, but by the miraculous power of God's renewal. This is not mere poetry or wishful thinking, it is a supernatural reality. When God moves in your life, His work is not subtle, it is glorious. The changes He brings are not minor adjustments, they are radical, breathtaking, and impossible to ignore. You will wake up each morning with renewed strength, Look into the mirror and see the evidence of divine restoration staring back at you. You will feel it in the way you walk, in the way you carry yourself, in the way joy and peace seem to follow you wherever you go. This transformation is far beyond human understanding, for it is not bound by earthly limitations. It is a testament to the power of the Almighty, who makes all things new. It is not conditional, it is not fleeting. This is the promise of God, an eternal renewal that transcends time itself. He is restoring you, reviving you, and making you a living testament to His divine power. As you continue to walk in faith, your life will shine with a brilliance that can only come from Him, and you will become a beacon of His love, His grace, and His unending renewal. One of the most remarkable aspects of God's divine transformation is the radiant glow that accompanies it. A glow that is both seen and felt, impossible to ignore. When God renews you, He does not simply work in the unseen depths of your spirit. His presence shines through you in a way that touches everything about you, including your very appearance. This is not the glow of worldly beauty or fleeting youth, but the unmistakable mark of His Spirit at work. The vitality of His presence manifests in you, and those around you will notice. People will begin to wonder. They will look at you with curiosity, sensing something has changed but unable to fully comprehend what it is. What has happened? Why do they look so radiant? What is this energy they carry? They will be drawn to you, not because of superficial beauty or external charm, but because they will see the undeniable light of God shining through you. There is something supernatural about a person who has been touched by God's presence, and that glow cannot be manufactured, imitated, or hidden. It is a reflection of the Holy Spirit's deep, transformative work within you. This glow is more than a metaphor. It is a spiritual and physical reality. When God renews your spirit, it manifests in every aspect of your being. Your eyes will sparkle with an unmistakable light, not just a brightness, but a deep and soulful radiance that comes from divine joy. Your countenance will be lifted, free from the burdens that once dimmed your spirit. Your posture will change, carrying a newfound confidence and strength that reflects the assurance of walking in God's purpose. The weariness that once made you feel small and exhausted will be replaced with supernatural energy, an energy that exudes peace, purpose, and vitality. The change in you will be impossible to ignore. It will not be something you need to explain, because the evidence will speak for itself. People will see the peace in your expression, the light in your eyes, the strength in your step. Even before you speak a word, they will sense something divine at work in your life. You will radiate a presence that commands attention, not with loudness, but with the quiet, undeniable power of God's renewal. And the most beautiful part? This glow is not something you strive for. It is something God freely bestows upon you as a testament to His power and grace. It is a reflection of the intimate work He is doing in your heart, spilling over into the physical realm in ways that amaze even you. As you walk in alignment with His purpose, this glow will only intensify, becoming a beacon that draws others toward the light of Christ. So embrace this visible transformation. Let the world see what God has done. Let them marvel at the evidence of His presence in your life. For when God renews, He does so completely inside and out, and His radiance in you will be impossible to ignore. This transformation is far more than just a physical change. It is the undeniable evidence that God is at work in your life. When He renews you, He does not merely restore your outward appearance. He breathes new life into your soul, aligning you with His divine purpose and drawing you into a deeper relationship with Him. Every part of you, your heart, your mind, your body, is being realigned with His perfect will, bringing you into harmony with the destiny He has ordained for you. This is not a surface-level renewal. It is a profound, life-altering shift that touches every fiber of your being. As this divine transformation unfolds, you will begin to feel an extraordinary closeness to God, as if the very fabric of your existence is being rewoven with His love and power. He is drawing you nearer, calling you into deeper intimacy with Him, and molding you into a living testament of His grace. Your life is becoming a reflection of His goodness, a beacon of His presence, and a vessel through which His miraculous power is revealed to the world. People will look at you and see more than just physical renewal. They will witness the work of the Almighty, a transformation that cannot be explained by human reasoning alone. And here is the most astonishing truth. This transformation is eternal. The world may sell the illusion of youth through artificial means, but it can never provide the deep, lasting renewal that comes from God alone. His work is not bound by time, genetics, or human limitations. It does not wear out, nor does it depend on earthly conditions. What God restores, He restores completely and forever. The renewal you are experiencing is not random. It is a divine sign. It is the mark of your calling, the evidence that you have been set apart for something greater. As you embrace this transformation, you will begin to realize that the closer you walk with God, the stronger and more radiant this renewal will become. His presence will continue to refine you, strengthening your spirit, sharpening your purpose, and filling you with supernatural vitality. Each step in faith will bring even greater transformation, and you will find yourself living in a state of continuous renewal, untouched by the limitations of this world. So step boldly into this divine renewal. It is a work of God, eternal, powerful, and life-changing. The more you surrender to His plan, the more He will reshape you into the masterpiece He always intended you to be. This is the power of divine renewal, and it is only the beginning of the extraordinary journey God has prepared for you. Transformation is a powerful and life-changing process, but it does not always come without opposition. When God begins to renew you, refining your spirit, strengthening your faith, and aligning your life with His divine purpose, there will be those who question the changes they see in you. Some will struggle to understand the new version of you because it challenges their perception of who you once were. They may resist, not because they intend harm, but because they are unprepared to comprehend the depth of God's work in your life. This resistance can come from many places. Friends who once knew you may not recognize the person you are becoming, and some may feel left behind. Family members who have grown accustomed to the old version of you might feel unsettled by your newfound confidence and spiritual awakening. Even your own thoughts may try to deceive you, planting seeds of doubt and whispering that this transformation is too good to be true. The enemy will attempt to make you question your journey, using the voices of others or even your own fears to shake your faith. But hear this truth. Do not let the opinions of others deter you from the path God has set before you. You were not created to live according to human expectations, but according to God's divine calling. When He calls you higher, when He reshapes and refines you, not everyone will understand, and that is okay. You are not meant to please the world. You are meant to walk in obedience to the one who created you. Stand firm in your divine calling. Do not shrink back out of fear or a desire to fit into the expectations of others. Embrace the transformation fully, knowing that it is God's hand guiding you every step of the way. Those who are meant to walk alongside you will recognize His power in you, and those who do not understand will, in time, see the undeniable evidence of His work. Let trust in the process. You are stepping into the person God always intended you to be, and no amount of resistance can stop His purpose from unfolding in your life. Every true transformation requires a process of release. Just as a tree must be pruned to grow stronger and bear more fruit, your journey of renewal may require you to let go of things that no longer serve your divine purpose. This is not a punishment, but a necessary step towards stepping fully into the life God has planned for you. There may be relationships that once felt comfortable but no longer align with your destiny. Some people who were part of your past may not be meant to journey with you into your future. This does not mean you love them any less, but rather that God is leading you into a new season, one where only those who are aligned with His purpose for your life can walk beside you. There may be beliefs you have held on to, beliefs shaped by fear, past experiences, or the world's limitations that keep you from fully embracing the blessings God has in store for you. Transformation requires a shift in mindset, a willingness to release old ways of thinking so that you can receive God's higher wisdom and truth. And then there are habits, patterns of behavior that drain your energy, keep you stagnant, or distract you from fulfilling your divine calling. These habits may have once provided comfort or familiarity, but they no longer serve the person you are becoming. To walk fully in God's purpose, you must be willing to break free from anything that hinders your growth. So do not fear the pruning process. Do not resist the transformation. Trust that God knows what He is doing and embrace the renewal He is bringing into your life. You are not losing, you are ascending. As this divine transformation unfolds within you, something profound will take root, an unshakable confidence that is not of this world. This is not arrogance or self-importance, but holy assurance, a deep and unwavering knowing that you are chosen, anointed, and fully equipped for the journey ahead. It is the realization that God's hand is upon you, guiding your steps and empowering you to walk boldly in the purpose He has ordained for your life. You will begin to carry yourself differently, not out of pride, but out of a newfound certainty in who you are in Christ. The doubts that once held you captive will begin to dissolve, replaced by an unbreakable trust in God's promises. Your posture will reflect this shift. You will stand taller, move with grace, and radiate an inner strength that cannot be ignored. The transformation will be visible not only in your appearance, but in the way you engage with the world. Your words will carry a new weight, infused with authority and clarity. No longer will you second-guess yourself or hesitate to speak the truth. Instead, you will declare the things of God with conviction, knowing that the words He places in your heart have power. When you speak, people will listen not because of your own strength, but because they will recognize the presence of God in your voice. And without even trying, you will inspire others. The light within you will draw people in, not because of anything you do, but because of who you have become. The transformation God has worked in your life will serve as a living testimony to His power, igniting hope and faith in those around you. They will see the confidence with which you move, the boldness with which you step forward, and they will long to experience the same divine renewal. Gone are the days of doubting your worth. No longer will you question whether you are enough, whether you are capable, or whether you deserve the blessings God has placed before you. The voices of fear and insecurity will fade into the background, replaced by the undeniable truth that you are a child of God, fearfully and wonderfully made, set apart for something extraordinary. Embrace the destiny that God Himself has prepared for you. Do not shrink back in fear, for He has called you, strengthened you, and equipped you for this moment. You are stepping into your divine destiny. You are radiating the supernatural light of God. You are living proof that when God transforms, it is undeniable. So walk forward with faith, joy, and unwavering confidence. For you are chosen, you are renewed, you are forever young by God's gift. Walk in confidence, knowing that your path has been divinely ordained. And nothing, no doubt, no opposition, no force of this world can stand in the way of what God has purposed for your life. Thank you for watching until the very end. If this message has blessed you, please like, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to our channel. Stay blessed and see you in the next video.
Chosen ones, listen carefully. What you are about to hear may surprise you. It could change the way you see everything. But know this, It is no accident that you're watching this video. Something powerful is stirring in your life right now, and whether you're aware of it or not, you were guided here. The path you're on didn't bring you here by coincidence. It was orchestrated by the divine, timed perfectly for this very moment. You're here because you are changing, because you are awakening. And the truth is, you are no longer just human. Yes, you heard that right. The very essence of your being is shifting. The old ways of thinking, feeling, and existing are crumbling. You're stepping out of the limitations of what it means to be human and rising into your true divine nature. But for you to fully embrace this transformation, to step into the life that is waiting for you, you must first understand what's happening and how to align with it. Before we begin, I invite you to do 3 sacred things. Tap the like button. This action sends a wave of resonance through the digital space. Subscribe to join this growing community of awakened souls as we move toward our first 1,000 divine subscribers. And finally, comment the number 11, a master number that amplifies intuition and spiritual awakening. Your comment sends a signal to the universe. I am ready. Now, if you are truly among the chosen, you'll feel something stir deep within you. A recognition, a knowing. You'll feel called to stay with this message until the very end, because your soul has been waiting for this moment. Let's begin. There comes a moment in every chosen one's journey when everything begins to shift, when the familiar no longer feels right, and something deeper starts to awaken within. You may not have the words for it, but you can feel it. A stirring, a call, a quiet inner knowing that you are becoming something more than you've ever been told you are. The truth is, you are no longer just human. The boundaries that once defined you, your name, your history, your limitations, are dissolving. The identity you've carried, shaped by society, culture, and past experiences, is beginning to fall away. You are awakening to your true nature, a divine, limitless being temporarily living in human form. This transformation isn't simply a change in mindset. It's a shift in energy, in vibration, in soul awareness. It's the realization that you are not separate from the universe, but an expression of it. You are not small. You are not powerless. You are infinite. And as this truth rises within you, life will never look the same again. You're stepping beyond the illusion of being only flesh and mind, and remembering who you've always been at your core, eternal, radiant, and divinely connected to all. We are living in a time of extraordinary transformation, a spiritual turning point that has been prophesied for generations. The Great Awakening is not coming, it has already begun, and you are part of it. All around the world, people are beginning to see through the illusion of limitation, fear, and separation. The veil is lifting, and with it, the truth is being revealed. We are not merely human beings surviving day to day. We are divine souls with a higher purpose. As the collective consciousness of humanity begins to rise, you may feel like your inner world is being shaken, realigned, and reawakened. This is no ordinary change. It is the start of a new reality, one that vibrates at a higher frequency of love, compassion, and unity. And while the world outside may appear chaotic, what's really happening is the breaking of old structures to make room for something sacred to emerge. As a chosen one, this awakening may feel deeply personal, but you are not alone. You are part of a big change, a spiritual awakening that is helping guide humanity into a new and better future. And your soul knew this moment would come. That's why you're here. That's why you've been chosen. For so long, humanity has lived under the illusion of separation, believing we are isolated, disconnected beings struggling through life on our own. We've been taught to see ourselves as divided by race, religion, status, and even by our own inner fears. But that illusion is now breaking apart. Something deep within you already knows the truth. We were never meant to be separate. We are threads in the same divine tapestry, intricately woven together by the Creator. You are not alone, and you never have been. The breath of life inside you is the same energy that exists in all things, in nature, in the stars, and in every soul. This awakening is about remembering that oneness. When you begin to see through the illusion, your heart opens. You start to understand that every thought, every word, and every action sends out a ripple that touches the entire universe. You realize that love, compassion, and unity are not ideals. They are your natural state. As the chosen ones awaken, this deeper connection becomes clearer. It's no longer about just surviving. It's about returning to the truth of who we are, one with each other, one with creation, and one with the divine. The illusion is ending. Unity is returning. The journey of awakening is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you truly are. For most of your life, you may have believed you were only what the world told you. A name, a job title, a personality shaped by past experiences. But those are just layers, temporary masks worn by the soul in this physical world. Deep within you lies a greater truth, a divine identity untouched by time, pain, or circumstance. As your consciousness expands, these old layers begin to fall away. You start to feel disconnected from roles, labels, and expectations that once defined you. It may feel strange at first, even unsettling, but it's a sacred part of the process. Because underneath it all, your true self is rising. You are not just a person trying to make it through life. You are an eternal soul, a spark of the divine, full of light, wisdom, and infinite potential. This awakening brings clarity and freedom. You begin to see yourself not through the lens of the past, but through the eyes of your higher self, limitless, powerful, and divinely guided. The truth is, you've never been lost. You are simply waiting to remember who you really are. Deep within you, beneath the surface of your thoughts, emotions, and daily experiences, there exists a still and silent presence. It is unwavering. It does not judge, react, or rush. It simply observes. It watches the rise and fall of your feelings, the moments of joy and sadness, the choices you make, and the stories you tell yourself. This is the observer within, the eternal aspect of your being that remains calm, wise, and untouched, no matter what chaos unfolds around you. While most people are swept away by the currents of their minds and emotions, those who are awakening begin to sense something deeper. They become aware of this quiet witness, and in doing so, they unlock a profound sense of peace. When you live from the perspective of the observer, you begin to respond to life with clarity instead of reacting with fear. You recognize that emotions pass, situations change, but your true self, the soul behind the scenes, remains steady and strong. This sacred awareness is your anchor. It is your gateway to higher consciousness and inner freedom. The observer has always been within you. You don't need to create it. You only need to remember it and let it gently lead you back to your true home. Your awakening is not just about personal growth. It's part of a much larger, divine movement unfolding across the planet. You are one of the chosen ones, called to rise during this powerful time of change. As more people begin to awaken to their true nature, a collective shift in consciousness is taking place. Old systems built on fear, division, and control are breaking down, and something new, something rooted in love, unity, and spiritual truth is being born. You are not alone in your transformation. All around the world, others like you are waking up, feeling the same inner call, sensing the same pull toward a deeper purpose. As a chosen one, your energy carries light. That light is not just for you, it's meant to guide others. Even without speaking a word, your presence can inspire change, your healing can help others heal, and your courage can give others permission to rise. The shift we're experiencing is not isolated, it's collective. And every step you take toward your higher self creates ripples that touch lives you may never even meet. You are part of something greater, a rising tide of souls bringing light back into the world, and your role in it is sacred. As your spiritual awakening deepens, something extraordinary begins to happen. You start to sense that there is more to existence than what your physical eyes can see. Subtle energies, quiet intuitions, and glimpses of higher wisdom begin to reach you, not from outside, but from within. These are not imagined. They are echoes from the higher realms, divine dimensions that exist beyond time and space, vibrating at the frequency of love, truth, and unity. These realms have always been with you, but now you are becoming attuned to them. Through meditation, stillness, and spiritual practice, you open yourself to receive guidance from your higher self, from angelic beings, from the very source of all creation. These realms are not distant or unreachable. They are accessible through the heart, through presence, through surrender. As you align with these higher frequencies, your inner world transforms. You begin to feel more clarity, more peace, and a profound sense of connection to something greater. You realize that you are not just living on Earth. You are a multidimensional being with access to divine intelligence. The higher realms call not to remove you from this world, but to empower you to transform it with the light, wisdom, and love awakened within your soul. We are standing at the edge of a great turning point in human history. The old world, built on fear, division, and control, is crumbling, and in its place, something new and sacred is emerging. This is the birth of the new earth, and you are here to help create it. The new earth is not just a place, it's a new way of being, a higher state of consciousness rooted in love, unity, and deep spiritual awareness. As one of the awakened ones, your thoughts, choices, and energy are laying the foundation for this new reality. You're being called to live with intention, to choose compassion over judgment, connection over separation, peace over chaos. And though the world may still seem broken on the surface, underneath, a divine shift is already underway. You are not here to escape the world. You are here to help transform it. Every act of kindness, every moment of stillness, every choice made from love ripples outward, affecting the collective field. You are the bridge between what was and what can be. The new earth is rising through you. With every step you take in truth and light, you help build a world where the soul can finally thrive. Real manifestation doesn't begin with desire alone. It begins with alignment. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are in harmony with your higher self, you become a radiant vessel for divine energy to move through you. This is where your true creative power is born. Not in effort or striving, but in being aligned with your soul's truth. You are not here to chase outcomes or force reality into shape. You are here to attract, to co-create with the universe by living in tune with your inner purpose. As your awareness expands, you begin to see that your outer world is simply a mirror of your inner state. When you move with clarity, speak from love, and act with trust, the universe responds in kind. Paths open effortlessly. The right people appear. Synchronicities guide your way. This isn't chance or luck. It's the natural result of divine alignment. No longer are you creating from fear, doubt, or scarcity. You are creating from wholeness, from wisdom, from truth. You don't need to control life. You're learning to dance with it. The universe is always listening, always responding to your frequency. The more you live in alignment, the more you step into your true role, not just as a dreamer, but as the conscious architect of your reality. Within each of us lives a sacred duality, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. These energies are not defined by gender, but by the universal forces that shape all life and creation. The divine masculine embodies strength, focus, action, and structure. It gives you the drive to take bold steps, to build, to protect, and to bring visions into form. The divine feminine is the essence of intuition, compassion, creativity, and emotional wisdom. It invites you to listen deeply, to flow rather than force, to nurture, and to trust what cannot be seen but is always felt. For generations, humanity has been out of balance, leaning too far into one energy while neglecting the other. But now as you awaken, you are being called to reclaim the harmony between both. When the masculine and feminine are united within you, you step into wholeness. You become both grounded and expansive, strong yet soft, driven yet deeply connected. This sacred inner balance allows you to lead with purpose and love with depth. As a chosen one, this integration is not just important, it is transformational. It unlocks your full spiritual potential and aligns you with your highest path, where your actions are guided by both wisdom and heart. As a chosen one, your energy is sacred, and so is the vessel that carries it. Your body, mind, and spirit are not separate pieces of you. They are one, and they must be nurtured with deep reverence. Sacred self-care is not selfish, and it's not optional. It is essential. You cannot pour light into the world if your own cup is empty. Caring for yourself is an act of devotion, a way of honoring the divine presence within you. This means listening to your body, feeding it, nourishing food, allowing it rest, and engaging in movement that brings you joy. But self-care goes beyond the physical. It also means creating emotional space to breathe, to feel, to heal. It's the stillness of meditation, the honesty of journaling, the release that comes through prayer, nature, or silence. When you care for yourself fully, you become more aligned, more energized, and more capable of fulfilling your divine purpose. You begin to radiate peace without even trying. Remember, the world needs your light, but that light shines brightest when it's fueled by love from within. To care for yourself is to respect the mission you've been given. It's not indulgence. It's preparation for the purpose you were born to live. There is a quiet yet profound power in surrender, one that doesn't come from giving up, but from letting go. As a chosen one, you are learning that true strength isn't found in controlling every detail of your life, but in trusting the divine flow that guides it. Surrender is an act of deep faith, a recognition that the universe is always working on your behalf, even when you can't see the full picture. It's not passive, it's powerful. It allows you to stop forcing outcomes and instead make space for miracles. Alongside surrender is the gift of presence. The present moment is where life truly unfolds. It's where your power resides. The past no longer defines you, and the future hasn't arrived. All you ever truly have is now. And in the stillness of now, your connection to the divine becomes clear. When you focus on the present moment, your mind becomes quiet, and you feel more in tune with your true self. When you live in surrender and presence, life stops feeling like a struggle. You begin to move with grace, guided by intuition and supported by unseen forces. In this space, you find peace, not because life is perfect, but because you are aligned with the perfection of the moment. Across the world, a powerful energy is rising, the divine feminine. She is awakening within hearts, minds, and souls, calling us back to balance, healing, and inner truth. This sacred energy is not about gender. It is the spiritual essence of intuition, compassion, creativity, and deep emotional wisdom. For too long, the divine feminine has been silenced or forgotten, overshadowed by a world driven by force, control, and logic alone. But now she is returning, not to oppose the masculine, but to bring harmony to it. Embracing the divine feminine means softening into stillness, listening to your inner voice, and allowing yourself to feel deeply without fear. It is choosing to lead with the heart, to nurture yourself and others, and to honor the sacred rhythms of life. She reminds you that there is strength in softness, wisdom in waiting, and beauty in simply being. As a chosen one, this rising energy lives within you, waiting to be fully embodied. When you embrace her presence, you reconnect with the creative force that bursts new life, ideas, and worlds. In honoring the divine feminine within, you help restore balance not only in yourself, but in the collective soul of humanity. The future you've been waiting for isn't somewhere far ahead. It's unfolding right now, in this very moment. As a chosen one, you are not here to passively watch the world change. You are here to help shape it. Every thought you align with love, every step you take in truth, every action you choose from a place of purpose is creating the future as we speak. This isn't just about personal transformation. It's about a collective awakening. The energy of a new era is already here, and you are part of its foundation. No longer are you limited by the stories of the past or the fear of the unknown. You've been gifted this moment, the now, as your canvas. What you do with it is powerful. The more you live in alignment with your divine self, the more the world around you begins to shift. You inspire others simply by being fully present, fully alive, and fully you. The future is not a destination, It is a choice you make every day. And when you choose love, presence, and purpose, you begin to build a reality that reflects the highest vision of who we can become. The time is no longer someday. The time is now. The time has come, chosen one. No more waiting. No more doubting. Everything you need is already within you. The light, the wisdom, the purpose, it's been there all along, patiently waiting for you to remember. You are not here by chance. You are here by divine design. You are not just awakening, you are becoming. Becoming the healer, the guide, the creator, the vessel through which a new world is being born. So step forward now, not with fear, but with faith. Step into your power, not because you have all the answers, but because your soul is ready to lead. The world is not only waiting for change, it's waiting for you. Thank you for sharing this sacred space with us today. If this message resonated with your heart, we invite you to join this growing family of awakened souls. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the next chapter of this journey. And if you feel called, leave a comment below with the number 11 to anchor your intention and align with this divine energy. Until next time, stay aligned, stay radiant, and never forget, you were born to shine.